What's up guys, welcome back to another episode of Outdoor Chef Life. I'm Taku, and Jocelyn and I have made it back to our van in Washington. We just got back from Sitka, Alaska. We had an amazing trip. If you didn't see that, go check it out. That was the last video. Amazing time, beautiful scenery, and we want to go back to Alaska. But there's a couple things we need to prepare before going back, because we need to cross the Canadian border. We're going to try to take our van this time. First thing we're going to go do is take a COVID test, and that's one of the requirements if you want to cross the border in Canada. We also had an issue with our electrical system right before we left on our flight to Alaska, and we were only there for a few days, but now we're back and I think we got it figured out. I asked a bunch of people on Instagram on what I should do, and I also asked Aaron from Battleborn, who has been helping me out a ton. So shout out to Battleborn for helping me, because they really helped me set up this whole system. They got your back if you need it. So the issue was that overnight I was seeing like I still had probably 70% battery, but then in the morning it went down, and actually the battery percentage didn't go down really, but my voltage read at 11.5 volts, which is pretty much a dead battery because I have a 12 volt system. It should read over 13 volts. The problem was that I didn't calibrate the little battery gauge that tell me the percentage. You're supposed to do that. You're supposed to fully charge it with the shore power, and I'm doing that at a Life's Garage. I got an extension cord coming out, going into my van, charging up the batteries completely, and now I've done that, so hopefully we're good. I have no more issues with the electrical, hopefully. Now we're gonna head over to a Rite Aid and go take a COVID test and prepare some other things before we cross the border. All right, we just did our drive-through COVID test, and hopefully that comes back within 2 days, maybe. Let's see how long, 2 to 3 days. Alright guys, we are now leaving Life's house and we are gonna head to the Canadian border for the second time. The first time we got turned away, if you didn't see that video, because we didn't have our COVID test results. This time we have the test results. We took it 2 days ago. We have our passports, we have proof of work. We picked up another sponsorship with Barnacle Foods, and we're collaborating on a spice that you may be able to purchase soon. So we're doing that. Yeah, so we should have all the documentations. I even got my bank statements. I even got proof that I own the company Outdoor Chef Life, because I have an LLC, and that I'm an employee of the company and all of that. So I should have everything covered. So we're gonna head there this time, and hopefully we have no issues. We'll see you there. Hopefully this goes smoothly. How's it going?
So where do you live?
We live in California, but we are going to Alaska.
Okay.
We're going for work mainly, and yeah, we'll be there for a couple weeks. So I'm collaborating with a company, Alaskan company up there called Spruce Roots and Barnacle Foods, and we are collaborating on a new spice, spice flavors and with kelp. And
Alright, so just park to your left under the canopy there.
okay.
Anyone's fine. And then just hang tight in your vehicle and I'll be able to speak to you shortly, okay?
Okay.
Right,
thank you. Well guys, we ended up making it through, finally. At least we got through, but that was an intense border crossing. They made us get out of the van and they searched the whole van, and they told us about all the rules and stuff. You can't stop at any national parks. Yeah, you just have to basically drive straight through. We had to tell them where we were going to stay every single night, that we were going to be in Canada, and then you had to take another COVID test at the border, which took a really long time to do, and we were the only cars there. Yeah, we're good, and we're not allowed to meet up with anybody too. That's one of the things that they were telling us. And if we break any of those rules, go off course from our route, then we could be fined up to $1 million, or thrown in jail, and we have to be out of Canada within 4 days, or else there will be a warrant for our arrest. And there's this piece of paper, 2 pieces of paper, that we have to turn into the Canadian border when we're exiting, so they know that we left Canada. So that's all done, at least. Well, the driving through Canada is not done, but at least the border crossing we got through. Now we just have to drive pretty much 3 days straight. We have 30 hours of driving ahead of us, and we'll make it to Alaska. So we'll see you there. Alright, so we made it out of BC and made it into Yukon. We are only about 6 hours from Alaska. So we drove about 10 hours today. But you know what? It was a pretty easy drive because we were just looking out for wildlife all day long. So it was pretty fun. We saw a good amount of animals. We ended up seeing like 3 different bears with cubs too. And we saw porcupine. We saw a bunch of buffalo or bison. Oh yeah, we saw a few moose as well with a little baby moose too. So that was cool. Yeah, very beautiful drive. So nice, so very nice. But anyways, we're just cooking up some dinner now. It's 9 p.m. already, so we're just here for the night. And yeah, making some garlic butter prawns right here. And Jocelyn's working on, we're gonna make a little okonomiyaki as well. So she's got that going right there. We're putting green beans in there, just using what we have. So this is pretty much done. Should be delicious. These are the spot prawn that we caught in Sitka. So we gotta go get more in Alaska. So hopefully we get to do that again. Oh yeah, this garlic butter prawns with spot prawn. Oh my goodness. Okonomi sauce, and we got a classic combo here for okonomiyaki. You always need some katsuobushi when you do okonomiyaki, which is just bonito flakes. And then just top it off with a little aonori, just a little seaweed. There we go. Looks delicious. Even though we're in a van, we're still cooking the same exact stuff. I'm just gonna eat straight off of this cast iron. Oh yeah, baby. Delicious. You still haven't tried okonomiyaki? You gotta make it. It's so easy to make. Just throw whatever you have in the fridge together. If you have some protein, throw that on top too. In this one, we just had a little bit of cabbage left from Jocelyn's garden. So we put that in, and we put a good amount of onion in there too. And as well as some green beans, because that's what we had. And it's delicious. Alright guys, we're gonna enjoy this. See you guys tomorrow. Oh yeah, we finally made it. We're in Alaska. We are here. What a journey, man. The last 3 hours of the drive was so nice. All those mountains, beautiful mountain ranges all over the place, all around. And yeah, we finally made it here. We gotta go eat. We're hungry. I could probably eat a bear right now. Do they have those? I just saw a fish jump right here. I was just sitting out in my van, just parked right up there, and I saw a fish jump here. And I'm thinking it's salmon. It was pretty chrome. I just caught a fish. I just caught a little tiny fish at the point. It's tiny. Not sure what kind of salmon that is. Some kind of little salmon, right? Got little dots on the top. But a little baby. Not the one I saw jump. I'm gonna let this guy go. All right, buddy, get big. There he goes. Let's see if I go catch another one over there. I didn't take the camera with me because I didn't think I was gonna get anything over there. That was a little guy though. A little tiny guy. Not sure what kind that is. Little dots on top. Yeah, some kind of little baby salmon smolt. Got another one. About the same size, I think. Pretty sure it's the same. Yup, same species. Oh, that looks actually... I should know what that is, I think. Looks familiar, but I can't quite tell. That's on the bullet lure from Northwest Fishing Secrets. It works. Is this like a little chum salmon, maybe? Not sure. I'm gonna let this guy go though. See if there's a little school of them over there. Must be, because I got 2 in a row. Oh, got one. Another little guy. Super small this time. Tiny, tiny. Today, Dawson and I were camping at this beautiful lake in Haines, Alaska, and it's absolutely gorgeous. Got a waterfall in the distance on the other side. We got fish jumping in the lake. We got our wood chopping station. We have right here our little mosquito net, and we're just posted up. We're gonna enjoy the day, and I want to make some lunch. And today I'm making a Alaskan dragon roll. That's what I'm calling it. So making a very saucy roll, but the things I caught in Sitka, Alaska. If you didn't see that video, make sure to go check that out. Amazing trip that one was. And well, I'm using all of those ingredients and making a roll out of them. So that's the spot prawn and the octopus and the coho salmon. So we're using those three ingredients to make some rolls. All right, let's get it done. I got the rice on the stove right now. I'm gonna boil some water as well, and I'll show you how to cook that octopus to perfection. All right, let's get to it. All right, got the salt water. Make sure it's salt water in here. Got that boiling. So I'm ready for the octopus. So we did freeze the octopus on the boat. That's how we kind of kept it. And we had it in the van fridge. And when you cook octopus, you kind of want to dip it a few times before you drop it in. 1, 2, 3. Kind of gets them ready for that heat. Just 3 times, and then drop them in. And that has the skin on and everything. So the way you cook octopus is either really short amount of time or a really long amount of time. And this time we're doing a really short time. So that's gonna be about 2 to 4 minutes, depending on the size of the octopus you're cooking. That's what's gonna depend. But yeah, if it's a smaller piece, 2 minutes is plenty enough. You just take it out and that's it. And it's gonna be perfect. It'll be tender and delicious. But if you go too long, it's gonna be rubbery and tough. And I'm gonna do the other one at the same time. Damn, these are big tentacles. I don't know if this is gonna fit. I think it'll fit. Yeah, I wanna make that too. All right, I think that first one should be done already. It's only been 2 minutes, 2.5 maybe. I'm gonna take that first one out. And you can take it out. You can have my chopsticks, so I'm just gonna poke it and just kind of check for the doneness. The thick part, oh yeah, that's good. Oh yeah, and watch how easy this chopstick goes through. But just, that's it. Not much resistance. So it's really soft. So that's done. That was only 2.5 minutes. Same thing with this guy, should be done in 30 more seconds. This one, yeah, this one's a little bit bigger. Octopus is cooked. Now we have to take the skin off. All this jiggly stuff, it's edible, you can eat it, but it's sort of chewy and really elastic. So we generally take it off. And you can use a knife to do that. And you can pretty much just should be able to scrape it off or even peel it off. Let's see. Yeah, I'm just gonna score it. I'll score it. Whoa, juicy. I want to keep it as clean as possible so we don't get a bunch of bears coming to visit later. Just gonna score right there, right by the suckers. Right by the suckers, just right over that. And then should be able to did that on both sides. Now just peel that skin off. All that, yeah. It's just really rubbery or flubbery. It's just skin, octopus skin. It's kind of a weird texture. So we're gonna eat this part right here, and it's delicious. And let's see how we did on the cooking of this. I'm just gonna slice the tip off. Ooh, yeah, that looks perfect. All right, I'll take one. See how easy that cuts. So tender. Wanna try? So tender. Really tender, huh? perfectly cooked. All right, I'm gonna slice one tentacle. I'm gonna leave the other one. We're gonna just save it for later because we only need one right now. And I have a lot of other things to prep, like the salmon as well as the spot prawn. And this is our coho salmon, also known as silver salmon. And I don't think I've ever had silver salmon raw. And I heard it's pretty good if you do it raw. I'm just taking the scales off of it right now. If you run your knife along the fish, you can just get the scales off, get any of that slime off. All right, first thing, I'm just gonna take the skin off. And I don't think, oh, you know what? Maybe we could fry the skin too. Why not, huh? We'll just fry up the skin too. Leave that there. And I'm gonna just take off this, oh, salmon always have this brown spot right next to the skin. Just gonna take that off. All right, now I'm gonna basically just gonna slice for, like if I'm slicing for sashimi. Coho is much more lean than king salmon. Not as much fat. That is pretty good, really soft. And we did freeze this coho. We froze it on the boat, and then when I got to Life's house last week, we put it in his deep freezer too. So it has been frozen, so we don't have to worry about any parasites. Yeah, this is very good. So here our spot prawn, and we had kept this in the freezer as well. And when you freeze spot prawn, they kind of get a little dark in the head. I mean, you can eat them raw straight out of the ocean, but yeah, once you freeze it, their heads kind of, since they have guts in there, it gets a little bad. So these ones we froze with the heads on just to see if it'll be all right. But most of them we took the heads off and then just froze the tails, and then so it doesn't get like that, and because it'll leach out into the meat a little bit as well. A little bit. It looks good though. And we're gonna tempura some of these guys. Actually, we're gonna tempura all these guys for our roll. Spot prawn tempura. Yeah, we're just gonna prep these guys. And I'm gonna leave the tail on, just like that. And we're gonna do all of them. And I'm gonna prep the head too. We'll fry this as well. And maybe, should I leave the helmet on them? Maybe I will. I think I'll leave the helmet on these guys. I call that little spiky part, that's their helmet. And if you want to, you can devein it. You know, you can cut it down the middle and take the vein out, but honestly it doesn't really make that much of a difference. You're not going to taste the vein. It's not gross or anything. It's not going to harm you. It's just a mental thing, I think. Rice is cooked. And remember this guy, little sushi rice hack? It's just powder. So I'm going to use that today. Just going to pour it straight in there and just give it a mix. Not much technique to it. Now I have to make a little batter for the tempura. And I'm using this takoyaki flour. And you can use just regular all-purpose flour. You can even use cornstarch. You can use a mix of both. You just need some kind of flour. And this one has a little seasoning, so it'll be tasty. And I'm just making a tiny bit here. I'm gonna add some water to it. Mix it up. A little more water. No, it's burning the soil. It depends how thick you like it. I want to make it a little bit on the thinner side. And if it's clumpy like this, no problem. Those clumps will turn into nice crispy bits. Alright, I have a skewer here. I'm just going to use a skewer. You know, when you cook shrimp, it curls up. So I'm going to use this skewer to prevent the shrimp from curling, because I want to use it inside the roll. So, yeah, just like that, basically. And this oil should be nice and hot. Let's do a little test. Nice and hot. I'll throw it all in there. And we're not cooking this for very long, just a couple minutes. Maybe we'll go a little bit thicker on the batter. All right, we'll get the head in the batter too. Might as well, since we already have it. And I have some leftover batter here, so I'm just dropping it in like this, so it can make a little crunchy topping. I'm also going to prep some cucumber and avocados. And this avocado, so when you cut avocado, if you use the tip of the knife, it'll actually cut without sticking. So I think we pretty much have everything prepped. All right. Oh, I forgot my makisu. That's what I forgot. Get a bowl of rice. Put it across the top. try to do it evenly. If you do this part evenly, this part would be really easy. Just roll it down. Just like that. Alright, so inside, I'm gonna put one of these prawns. Put some cucumber in there as well, and that's it. That's all that's going on the inside. But on top, we're gonna have a lot of stuff going on here. So I have avocado, I have salmon, the octopus. Oh shoot, I didn't even cut the octopus. Salmon skin. Some avocado here. And we got a few pieces of salmon. Beautiful salmon. And now we'll just tightly put this together. And then I'm gonna do the ends as well. Put it off to the edge like this and just push the ends in. Make sure it's nice and tight. And then I'm gonna cut it. Into 8 pieces. So if you cut in half again, and then cut in half again, you'll get 8 pieces. I'm gonna make another one, same exact thing. All right, now we're not done yet. We're gonna garnish that. Put a few lemons in here. Got the heads, the shrimp heads, which is basically like the dragon head. Maybe I can stand it up and top it with a little sauce. And I have some okonomi sauce here. I'm gonna put that on there too. Have the salmon skin. We'll just lay those on there. Give them some scales. I also have some katsuobushi, some bonito flakes. Here you go, guys. We have the Alaskan dragon roll with tempura spot prawn, with the tempura spot prawn heads. Also have the silver salmon in there, as well as the giant Pacific octopus in there as well, topped with aonori, katsuobushi, some okonomi sauce, and some kewpie. Ooh, I know some of you are saying, that's not real sushi. Always get that comment when you make stuff like this, right? But yeah, I know, but it's fun to make some of these, you know, once in a while. Look at this. This guy, the one on top, he's got 2 heads. He's a 2-headed dragon. That guy in the back only has 1 head. We're gonna have some sashimi on the side as well because we got plenty of silver salmon as well as the octopus left. And then we'll just eat that with some soy sauce, wasabi. Nice and simple. Have some lemon as well. So we'll do that. All right, let's eat. All right, let's try this. Here you go. Take a roll. Take my saucy Alaskan dragon roll.
Does this have a tail?
Yeah, probably. But the tail, you can eat the tail too. It's fried. That's like my favorite part.
Here we go.
All right, I got the octopus piece. once in a while, you know, we make something like this. It's fine. I'm gonna try the salmon skin by itself. Yeah, good decision. I actually wanted to torch the top too, but I guess I forgot my torch. It's good.
It's not too saucy.
Yeah, it's not too saucy. Yeah, I didn't go too hard on the sauce, but everything in there is delicious. The spot prawn, man, you guys know how much I love spot prawn. If you saw that other video. Octopus in there, delicious. The salmon is great too. Wow, I want to try one of these heads. Oh, that is great. I was wondering, after you freeze it, you know, I was showing you that it gets kind of black, the heads, and I was wondering if it'll still taste good or if it'll change the flavor, so let's find out. This is our first full day in Alaska with our van. I think this is gonna be an awesome trip. I want to go fishing right after this because there's fish jumping constantly, and man, if I catch a fish, you'll see that episode next. But for this one, I think we're done here. Delicious little sushi episode. Thanks for watching, guys. Be creative, make some saucy rolls, go for it. Don't worry about traditions, it's all right. You can do it. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. See you guys next time. Peace.